Victims include wives, mothers, and spa employees. The crime's so horrific. The city of Atlanta is promising to help bring justice for the victims' families and loved ones. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms is joining us. We appreciate the time.
Thank you for having me.
The FBI director, the U.S. Attorney General have been briefed on the shootings, working closely with local jurisdictions. What can you tell us about where things stand in the investigation and where it goes from here?
Well, we are grateful for the coordination that allowed for a quick arrest of the suspect. And where we go from here is that we have to wait and see what the prosecutors decide to charge him with. We know right now he's charged with 8 counts of murder. That's appropriate. And a determination will be made by the prosecutors and perhaps the grand jury at some point as to whether or not he will be charged with hate crimes. And this is a tragedy that is just really unimaginable. 8 people left home yesterday. Their families expected them to return, and they did not. And it just really speaks to the violence that we are seeing across the country right now. And it's just absolutely senseless.
There is a national conversation about whether this should be a hate crime and whether it's formally designated as a hate crime or not. It does not diminish the pain or fear it's causing for the Asian American and Pacific Islander community, especially after an increase in attacks towards that community. What is your message to them tonight?
We stand with you in the same way that African Americans across the country call for others to stand with us, as we were experiencing so much pain and trauma over the past several months. I think that it's appropriate that we also show that same compassion and empathy to our Asian brothers and sisters. We're seeing it on social media. We're seeing it on the news where Asians are being targeted unfairly, violently, and any type of hatred towards anyone in our community is hatred towards us all. And so we stand ready to provide, more specifically, any resources that we need to provide on behalf of the city of Atlanta. But just as a larger community, I want those in the Asian American community to know that we stand with you and that we are feeling your pain as well.
And it is a big and important part of our community. Metro Atlanta contains one of the largest Korean American populations in the country. Korean's the 3rd most spoken language. And we learned that the Consulate General of the Republic of Korea in Atlanta confirms that 4 of the women killed in the attack were Korean nationals or Korean Americans. Have you talked with any of the victims' families, or do you plan to?
I've not spoken with any of the victims' families. If it is at the appropriate time, I will certainly do that. I've not spoken with them today, but we have been in contact with many in the Asian American community just to determine what, if any, additional resources and support that we can provide. I know that it's been very helpful for people to know that we stand ready and stand beside them to make sure that they are kept safe. But to the victims' families, I know that this is absolutely devastating for them, and our thoughts and prayers are with them.
And it stood out to me today, Mayor Bottoms, in your press conference that you said whether it's a senseless violence we've seen on our streets or more targeted violence like this, that a crime against any community is a crime against us. So what message would you like to leave with people concerning the efforts to curb it?
In the midst of all of the conversations that we've had about COVID and so many other challenges that we face as a country, many of the important discussions regarding guns and applications for guns and how quickly people can get guns in their hands have really been put on the back burner. And anytime that you have a shooting, and especially a mass shooting, it's important for us to continue those conversations and continue to do the work that we need to do to make sure that people of sane mind and law-abiding citizens are the ones who are able to access guns. This man clearly was very disturbed based on the reports we've seen. He's had a history of some other mental health challenges. And I think it's going to be important for us to take a look and make sure that he was even lawfully able to secure this weapon.
Mayor Bottoms, thank you for the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.